Hola, bienvenidos a Easy Peasy Spanish with Angie. Today's video is very special. I will mainly speak English to you because I want you to understand everything. I will be obviously saying a few words in Spanish. Well, as you can read in the title, today I will tell you 5 lies you've been told about Dominican Spanish. The official language of the Dominican Republic is Spanish. But if you want to learn another language, then you would have to study that language privately. But let's get straight to the point. I've been watching videos and reading online about Dominican Spanish. I was a bit curious to know what people will teach about Dominican Spanish and how they will describe in the way Dominicans speak Spanish. Have a look at this picture. It's a beautiful island. Just look at this. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, let's imagine that you would like to visit the Dominican Republic, or maybe you have met a Dominican, like me, and you would like to speak to that person. Well, you would probably go to YouTube or you will Google something like this. How to speak Spanish like a Dominican. Or maybe speak Dominican Spanish like a native. Most of those videos are very deceitful and they don't tell you the full story. If you're planning to visit the Dominican Republic, or if you meet someone from my island and you don't want to embarrass yourself, this is the video that you need to watch. Lie number 1. Dominicans always speak with slangs. And I will be highlighting 2 words, Dominicans and always. I've seen videos where they say, Dominicans will say, que lo que. If you go to the Dominican Republic, this is something that you need to know, que lo que. And que lo que means what's up. They will also tell you, Dominicans always use the word vaina, vaina, which means thing. But the funny thing is that Dominicans will use this word in many different situations. So you can't really translate it just as thin, because a Dominican can tell you, for example, something like, ¿Dónde está la vaina? Like saying, where is the thing? They will tell you things like, ¿Cómo va la vaina? Or, for example, yo no quiero saber de esa vaina. Another word that they will tell you, Dominicans always say the word tripear, which means to joke or joking. Another word that they will probably tell you, Dominicans, if they are angry, they will tell you, quillao, estoy quillao, or estoy quillao. Lie number 2. Dominicans are famous for making up bad words or cursing. And unfortunately, I won't be able to tell you much about this just because it's not part of my vocabulary, so I won't be telling you those words. Lie number 3. Regional variations. But once I finished with the 5 lies, I will explain you why I'm saying that these are lies. We'll see. Well, regional variations. People will explain you things like, if you go to the Dominican Republic, depending the place where you go, the accent will be different, but also the way they speak Spanish is also different. And I won't give you details of that because it can be a bit confusing, but something that really caught my attention is when they say, people from Santo Domingo, the capital of the Dominican Republic, will use the letter L instead of the letter R. For example, if they want to say caminar, which means to walk, they will say caminar. I'll tell you something. I've never said caminar, and I don't speak in that way. And I am from Santo Domingo, and no one in my family speak with the L instead of the R. Lie number 4. Dominicans drop the letter D and the S when they speak Spanish. And I will be reading this because I took this little paragraph from something that I read online. One of the characteristics of Spanish spoken in the Dominican Republic is omitting the letter D in a spoken language. When the letter D appears between two vowels, Dominicans generally do not pronounce it. For example, when they want to say enamorado, which means in love, instead of saying enamorado with a D, they would say enamorado, enamorado. Or, for example, if they want to say cansado, which means tired, they will say cansado, cansado, without pronouncing the D. And what about dropping the S? Let's read what they say. Dropping the S is another characteristic of the Dominicans. They will swallow the letter S. So, for example, when you have to pronounce the letter S at the end of the word, they won't say it. For example, if they want to say buenas tardes, which means good afternoon, they would say something like, or we, because I am also Dominican, we would say buena tarde, buena tarde. Or if they want to say buenas noches, we would say, I have to correct this, we would say buena noche. Line number 5. Dominicans have the habit of shortening the words. For example, if we want to say ¿Cómo tú estás? How are you? ¿Cómo tú estás? They say that we would say ¿Cómo tú estás? ¿Cómo tú estás? So, what is the truth about Dominican Spanish? Is everyone lying, or perhaps they are not telling you the full story? First of all, it's very important that you understand what neutral Spanish is. Well, neutral Spanish is like a standard Spanish, a universal Spanish, without the local terminology. As you know, in every country, in every language, even if you speak the same language, let's think about American English and British English. I live in the UK, okay? So, although we both, Americans and British people, they both speak English, well, there are certain terminologies that will be used in Britain and another terminology, and different terminology will be used in America. In United States specifically, because America is a continent, okay? Because many people say, I'm going to America. Well, I always ask them, exactly where? Where are you going? Yeah, it is a continent. It's not a country. So say United States, not America, okay? Okay, let's go back. So it is exactly the same with Spanish, okay? So That's what is called Dominican Spanish. The Spanish is a standard Spanish, but with a local terminology. The truth is that the way a Dominican speaks Spanish will depend on multiple factors, such as how well educated a person is. Usually when a person goes to university or likes to read a lot, obviously the lexicon will improve, you will learn new words, you will learn to speak correctly, and depending on how well educated the person is, that would be reflected on the way they speak. Another factor is a personal choice. Especially among young people, they try to fit in. And as you know, well, if you don't know, you will know now, they like to listen to music like reggaeton, dembow, and the Spanish is not very good. They would use many local terminology, they will shorten the words, they want to speak Spanish properly. Something that is real, and you will see this in, well, all around the world, is that the different ways of speaking is also marked by the social class. Something that will also influence is the region or the town where the person is from. The accent will change, and as I said before, this is true. The accent will change and the expressions will change. So that's something that happens in all the countries. So yes, that's true. And I don't know if in your country it happens exactly the same. If that's the case, please let me know in the comments. But it's not that I feel, I have noticed, and yes, it is like that the language will change from generation to generation. For example, when I was young, I used to say certain things that they are like old-fashioned words, and some people, like my nephew, he's 18 and he doesn't even know those words, and new words are created. And sometimes in my case it's different because I'm always aware of what's going on in my country, so I know in the way people speak and I understand. But sometimes I have to admit that there are certain words that I don't even know what they mean because they are new words and I don't live in the Dominican Republic anymore. So yes, words can change from generation to generation. To summarize, why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video because I feel that when they say Dominicans, always, and people use those expressions, it sounds as if everyone will speak exactly in the same way. It sounds as if we all shorten the words, as if we all drop letters, and that's not accurate. It's not. And this is something that you need to be, and this is something that you need to have very clear in your mind. Let's imagine that you are a doctor and you're going to a conference, to a medical conference, and you go to YouTube and type, learn how to speak Spanish like a Dominican. Well, if you go to one of those videos, they will teach you things like, ¿qué lo que? ¿Cómo tú estás? And can you imagine if he goes to a conference speaking in that way, people will laugh. Because a well-educated person in the Dominican Republic don't speak like that. They might choose to speak like that when they are having an informal conversation with friends. But if they are speaking to an audience, they would speak a completely different Spanish. So it's very important that you learn a neutral Spanish, and then if you go, depending with the person that you are going to relate with, then it's good that you learn the slangs. That's very helpful. Now, if you're going to the Dominican Republic as a tourist, then it's a different story, because you will see people from different backgrounds, and it's good that you learn the slangs, because you will encounter many different type of people. So if that's the situation, yes, it's good. So please never ever say Dominicans. I know that you probably mean, well, we're talking about Dominicans, but when you say Dominicans, it sounds as if you were talking about everyone. Try to use expressions like, for example, in certain regions of the Dominican Republic, blah, 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 blah. Or you could say, some Dominicans. Or the way Dominicans speak depends on. Or you could also use percentage when you talk. Or maybe someone is a Dominican and they will do those types of videos because they will talk based on their own experience. And I have to say, when I see those videos or when I read those things on the internet, I just think, well, that's not the full picture. I don't speak Spanish like that. And it's good to have the full picture, because if someone has never been in the Dominican Republic, they could have a wrong idea. But something that I have to say is that my island is beautiful. The people, our people, is very happy, very welcoming. We love dancing. I invite you, when all this is over, visit the Dominican Republic, because you will need to relax. I will be doing the same. So thank you for watching this video. Remember to share. This is one of the videos that I would like everyone to share. Share this video so everyone can have a full picture of my beautiful island, the Dominican Republic. And if you want to learn to speak Spanish like a Dominican, remember that you need to watch videos that will explain you the full picture, and you will learn the Spanish depending on the place where you go. But if you learn neutral Spanish, and that's the best thing, you will be able to communicate. Once you are in the Dominican Republic, or if you have Dominican friends, for sure you will learn many Dominican slangs. I will see you next time. Adiós. Nos vemos en una próxima.